Alright, so this is criminal law and cybercrime. And it was funny, people always get so excited about stuff like this. Oh, how can I kill someone? And how can I, commit a burglary? And my response is, well, you get a knife and you stab someone. The rest of the story is, how can I get away with it? Well, we'll see. But what is crime? Crime is a wrong against society proclaimed in a statute and punishable by a fine and or imprisonment. All right? In some cases, even death. So who wants to commit murder now? Anyone? Anyone? Bueller? Anyone? Alright. Differences between civil law, what I like, and criminal law. Well, first off, in criminal law, the prosecution has to prove beyond a reasonable doubt all elements of the crime. Alright? So in a criminal matter, if the jury views the evidence in the case as reasonably permitting either a guilty or not guilty verdict, then the jury's verdict must be not guilty. So if there's any reasonable doubt whatsoever that the individual on trial is innocent, then they have to find them not guilty. Right? The prosecutor has to prove each and every element of the crime beyond a reasonable doubt. So if we're talking about murder, the intentional killing of another human being with malice aforethought. So if the person's alive, has the person committed murder? No. Okay? Every single element must be proven. Criminal sanctions. Sanctions imposed on criminal wrongdoers are also harsher than those applied to civil cases. Now, certainly in the civil realm, we're going to sue for money damages or equity. All right? In the criminal law, you're looking at prison time, the death penalty, probation, that sort of thing. Now, does anyone here really want to go and spend the next 20 years in jail? Anyone? Anyone? Bueller? Anyone? No, of course not. Criminal sanctions are designed to punish those who commit crimes and to deter others from committing similar acts in the future. Alright, so it does two things. One, punish. Two, deter. I mean, think about it. Folks, what happens to you if you decide to go and kill your significant other? Well, you get caught and you go to jail. You might get the death penalty. Now, you know that, so why don't you go ahead and go kill your significant other? Because you don't want that stuff to happen to you. Why don't you go and rob a bank? Because you're worried that you might get caught and serve time in prison. That's the deterrent. Okay? So, let's look at civil liability. Alright? For certain crimes, there may also be a civil liability. Assault and battery is a crime. Certainly, beating someone up, it's a crime against society. They'll sue you or they'll come after you in criminal court. But the alleged victim can also sue you in tort. Alright? And that would be money damages. Now, I know y'all all like, oh, let's put the person in jail, let's be tough on crime, but folks, doesn't it make you feel a little bit warm and fuzzy inside knowing that you can sue someone and take their money? Ah, yes. That's fun. Alright, let's look at classifications of crimes. You have felonies and misdemeanors. Felonies. General rule. It's a crime punishable by more than 1 year in prison. Okay? They're generally more serious crimes. Obviously, burglary, armed robbery, murder, these are all felonies. Whereas misdemeanors and petty offenses are the lesser stuff. Misdemeanors, less serious crimes punishable by a fine or by incarceration up to a year, and then the petty offenses. This is the stuff you did when you were in high school. Less than misdemeanors, however, a guilty party can be put in jail for a few days, fined, or both, depending on state law. Right? Certainly, I would say, knocking over a porta potty is probably a petty offense. Someone in the porta potty, when you knock it over, probably a misdemeanor. But you're also going to be looking at, civil recourse as well. Certainly, you knock someone over while they're in a porta potty, that's battery. They probably have damages. Don't need to go into what those damages are in this lecture, but I'll let your imagination run wild.